Imagine boarding the largest and most luxurious ship ever built. Everyone around you believes it's practically unsinkable. The music is playing. People are laughing. The ocean is calm. Then, just 4 days later, more than 1,500 people would lose their lives in one of history's most famous disasters. But here's the question. How did something called unsinkable disappear beneath the Atlantic Ocean? This is the incredible story of the Titanic. In the early 1900s, countries competed to build the biggest and fastest passenger ships. The Titanic was the pride of this race. It stretched nearly 270 meters long. It had luxurious dining rooms, elegant staircases, swimming pools, libraries, and some of the most advanced engineering of its time. People believed this ship represented the future. Many even believed it couldn't sink. That confidence would soon be tested. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic began its very first voyage. It left England carrying over 2,200 passengers and crew. Some were among the richest people in the world. Others were immigrants, dreaming of a better life in America. No one on board imagined this journey would become legendary for all the wrong reasons. Life on board was extraordinary. First-class passengers enjoyed luxurious meals, beautiful cabins, and impressive entertainment. Even third-class accommodations were considered better than many other ships of the time. Everything seemed perfect. The weather was calm. The ocean was peaceful. Nothing suggested disaster was only hours away. Thus the Titanic crossed the North Atlantic. Other ships sent warning after warning. "Icebergs ahead! See ice reported." The messages reached the ship, but the Titanic continued moving at nearly full speed. Many believed its powerful design could handle almost anything. That confidence proved dangerously optimistic. Late on the night of April 14th, a lookout suddenly spotted something enormous. An iceberg, right ahead. The crew reacted immediately. They turned the ship. They reversed the engines. But it was too late. The iceberg scraped along the side of the Titanic. It didn't make a giant hole. Instead, it damaged several compartments below the waterline. And that was enough. The Titanic had watertight compartments designed to keep it afloat. But the damage spread across too many sections. Water slowly overflowed from one compartment into the next. The ship's designer quickly realized something terrifying. The Titanic was going to sink, and there was no way to stop it. One of the greatest tragedies. There weren't enough lifeboats for everyone. At the time, regulations required far fewer lifeboats than the Titanic actually needed. Some early lifeboats even left half empty. As the situation became clearer, panic began spreading across the ship. Every minute mattered. For over 2 hours, the Titanic slowly sank. The front of the ship slipped beneath the water. The back rose higher into the air. People helped strangers. Crew members worked to load lifeboats. Musicians reportedly continued playing to calm frightened passengers. Then, just after 2:20 in the morning, the Titanic disappeared beneath the ocean. Hours later, a rescue ship finally reached the area. It rescued the survivors who had escaped in lifeboats. But for many, help arrived too late. More than 1,500 people lost their lives. The disaster shocked the entire world. The Titanic didn't sink because of one single mistake. It was a chain of events. High speed, iceberg warnings, too few lifeboats, and a design that couldn't survive damage across so many compartments. History often isn't changed by one decision. It's changed by many small ones happening together. The Titanic changed maritime safety forever. New international rules required enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Iceberg patrols began monitoring dangerous waters. Radio communication became much more important. Countless lives have been saved because the world learned from this tragedy. More than a century later, people still remember the Titanic. Not because it was the biggest ship, but because it reminds us of something timeless. Technology is powerful. Confidence is important. But overconfidence can be dangerous. The Titanic story isn't just about a ship. It's about human ambition, unexpected challenges, and the importance of learning from history. Because history isn't only about the past. It's about helping us make better decisions in the future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stickman videos about history, psychology, and fascinating true stories. And tell me in the comments, if you could travel back in time, what question would you ask someone aboard the Titanic?